and everything. And that's how I got exposures and networks. Engineers, design. During the day, we are sociologists. We are collecting data. I'm coming to you so that before I come up with my end product, I know I'm solving this problem and it's for the society.
The message here is you need to be alert. The internet is a treasure trove of information.
Most new moms experience postpartum baby blues within the first 2 to 3 days to even 2 weeks after birth. In her second year of university, Jackie discovered she was pregnant.
I hated an innocent soul. My mama was always telling me that this is not the end of life.
When do you actually say this is a serious case of postpartum depression?
Suicide is also real on ladies who are going through postpartum depression. So they want to die and they also want to they want to kill the children.
Beautiful afternoon to you from wherever you're watching this live broadcast from, and thank you so much for choosing KBC Channel 1 to inform you this Sunday afternoon. This is Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen. Arange Bayonabuli is our sign language interpreter. And our President William Ruto has defended the university funding model, maintaining it will aid families in footing their children's fees in institutions of higher learning. Speaking during the 42nd graduation ceremony of the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton in Nandi County, the head of state maintained that the decision taken by his administration will continue facing opposition, but assured parents they will appreciate the model down the line. Ruto further stated that the scholarships available for the first years set to join the respective institutions in September has increased from 80% to 95% to cushion the vulnerable households. Of leaders in Homa Bay County have expressed wrangles at the Music Copyright Society of Kenya have intensified after the new board members were allegedly denied access to their offices. The board, who were allegedly harassed and assaulted by hired goons, blaming the Chief Executive Officer Ezekiel Mutua for the ordeal. The new board members are now calling for the intervention from the President and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, alleging that CEO Ezekiel Mutua is implicated in the misappropriation of 56 million shillings. They are demanding that the old board members be removed from the office to allow the new board, which already has necessary documentation, to take control and resolve the ongoing issues.
Kidogo watu wamejaa nje, wamekuja, wameletwa na magari, wamemwagwa huko, wengine ni wasanii, wengine si wasanii, wengine tunawajua, wengine hatuwajui, ni magunzi, sijui wameokotwa wapi. Wakaleta fujo, wakaleta furugu, tukaona ni vizuri kwa sababu tunataka amani, tufuge murago. Sasa kufuga murago, tukaita lawyer akuje. Kabla lawyer akuje, maaskari na wale magunzi wamevuja murago ya boardroom. Na wamekuja, vita imeanza. Mimi nimechapwa sana na watu.
Nataka utume mtu kileleshwa police station aulize bwana OCS ulituma maaskari kuenda MCSK kufanya nini? Walikuwa wakuje kutetea haki zetu au walikuwa wakuje watufurushe tukimbizwe? Na sisi tuko na mastakabadhi, tuko na karatasi kutoka kwa government imelalisha ya kwamba sisi tukue kwa ofisi. Sasa hii Kenya nauliza, kama uko na makaratasi yenye naweza na wewe ndio unafurusha kutoka kwa ofisi. Sasa hiyo ni nini?
Naomba the president aingilie hili jambo tunaomba DCI, kuna wizi kwa pale, kuna graft ya 56 million watu wanajua, ambayo wewe mwenyewe tunaenda kutangaza pale kwa EACC. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka kusema hivi, waimbaji, be calm, tuko kwa ofisi, tuta collect music users, tafadhali endeleeni kulipa liseni, pay the license fee, ndio wasanii wakasaidika. Na wasanii tunawa promise within this 1 year mtaweza kupata royalties zenu.
Right now, we revisit our earlier story about the university funding model, where the president continues to defend the university funding model, maintaining that it will aid families in footing their children's fees in institutions of higher learning. The president made the remarks during the 47th graduation ceremony of the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton in Nandi County. He also maintained that the decision taken by his administration will come in handy much as it will face opposition, and he also assured parents that they will appreciate this model down the line. He also stated that the scholarships available for the first years set to join the respective institutions in September has increased from 80% to 95%, and this is to cushion the vulnerable households. Watch.
I am also persuaded now, as I was then, that we need a funding model that is not focused on the university, but focused on the student. A funding model that will not leave any child in Kenya behind. A funding model that recognizes that there are children from vulnerable families. I don't think it is correct for all of us to assume that we are all the same and that students from vulnerable families don't need affirmative action. They do. And that is why, in this new model, we are increasing scholarship and loan for students from vulnerable families from 80% to 95%. I am persuaded that it is the right thing to do.
We have reoriented the processes under the funding model to make it more responsive to stakeholder concerns. As we gather here today, students due to join universities are receiving their revised admission letters, clearly indicating their respective household contributions to their fees. All public universities would have completed this exercise by tomorrow, the 19th of August, 2024.
All right, and moving on, women have been encouraged to venture into science, technology, engineering, and mathematics-related courses to bridge the gender gap and make their presence felt in the traditionally male-dominated field. Speaking during the graduation ceremony of more than 25 girls who completed short courses under the Girls I Save program in Mombasa County, the program's founder, Faiza Abdallah, highlighted the importance of women's involvement in STEM as crucial for driving innovation and economic growth. She further called for collaboration between different stakeholders to spearhead such programs in society. During the ceremony, the Girls I Save digital app was also launched that will give victims of FGM, GBV, and early marriages in the coast region a chance to report and amplify their voices.
I felt like it was important for me to work on Girls I Save to introduce more girls in the STEM field, and this is because where I come from is Malindi, and the Kilifi County area there's been challenges of teenage pregnancy, early forced marriages, and these are issues that really demotivate young girls to move forward in their dreams and in the pursuit of their careers in success.
And the whole point of it is to create an online platform where women and everyone can report cases of GBV, FGM, and early marriages, and then they'll be able to be connected to counselors and mentors and also rescue centers so that they can get the help they need.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has warned the 2027 elections will not be a walk in the park, urging elected leaders to listen to the voices of the people. Speaking at the wedding ceremony of the daughter of Juja MP George Koimburi at the Juja Preparatory School grounds in Juja, Kiambu County, the second-in-command urged Mount Kenya elected leaders to focus on service delivery. The DP urged the leaders who have in the past made decisions that go against the will of the people to change and work tirelessly for the electorate.
Tukienda hii uchaguzi tunaenda. Hii uchaguzi itakuwa kali sana. Najua mimi ni mtu ya kusikiza ground. Some serious decisions have already been made by this December on who is coming back and who is going home. And after December, you cannot change anything. So wale wamepotea njia between now and December, ujaribu kufanya nini? Kulainisha. Na mimi ni mtu ya ground, mimi nasikiza sana. I always listen to the people, but what I know is that watu wetu wamerefuka sana. People are very intelligent. Naweza kuona watu wamenyamaza. Unafikiria tu wako tu pale, hakuna kitu wanajua. Unawadanganya, wanakuangalia tu. They don't say anything. Especially hii watu ya hii mlima Kenya. Kama wataki wewe unajua wasemi. They just keep quiet. Ukiona hii watu ya mlima Kenya wamenyamaza na hawaongei, hawakupigii kelele, hawasemi wewe kwenda, wamenyamaza tu, wewe ujue mambo yako yamefanya nini?
A section of leaders in Homa Bay County have expressed their support for President William Ruto's decision to pursue a broad-based government. The leaders who spoke ahead of the president's anticipated visit in the county, scheduled for 28th August, said the move is crucial in enhancing inclusivity in government and fostering national unity in the country. They at the same time expressed optimism that the visit will bring tangible benefits to the locals in the county.
We also want to thank the President for making a historic appointment by actually giving John Mbadi the CS Finance and Planning position that has never been given to anybody in Nyanza here since independence. As the President comes, he is aware that we are very poor. We have very poor roads and we want some roads to be fixed.
Tumekaribisha wasuba wote wamesema sisi kama watu ambao wanatoka Suba Central tutaenda huko tutakaribisha, lakini jambo la mwisho kabisa ile barabara ambayo alianzisha kutoka Magunga hadi Mbita aikumbuke kwa sababu ilikwama.
Wala ambao walikuwa wanaona ya kwamba Kenya haiendi vizuri, saa hii naomba wakikubali tushirikiane pamoja, tufanye pamoja ili Kenya iendelee mbele.
The Kenya National Union of Teachers West Pokot County branch has backed calls for nationwide teachers strike if their demands are not fully implemented of the collective bargaining agreement is honored by the Teachers Service Commission. West Pokot NAT branch Executive Secretary Martin
We want the Teacher Service Commission to come out very clearly and to come out with very tangible, workable processing or promotion of our teachers in this country. You are inviting us for a strike which you are not wanted anyway. But this one will force us automatically, naturally, physically, and we shall participate fully without anything. Now we are telling the parents of West Pokot, mukisikia ego strike, don't waste your children to send to schools. There are not going to be any teachers.
Solidarity forever for the union.
Elsewhere, the Kenya Institute of Nutritionists and Dietitians Institute wound up its 4th International Scientific Conference with a call to the Ministry of Health to form a task force to be included in the implementation of the One Health Strategic Plan. One Health is a government strategic plan for the prevention and control of zoonotic diseases in Kenya, currently being implemented through the Ministry of Agriculture.
The conference that brought together more than 1,200 scientists and nutritionists across the globe to focus on the growing risk of zoonotic diseases with a call for urgent interventions. According to Kenya Institute of Nutritionists and Dietitians Institute CEO Dr. David Okeyo, the global healthcare systems were facing severe strains due to escalating zoonotic diseases, particularly in developing countries.
These chemicals used in agriculture, the pesticides, by the way, no one follows. Yeah, I challenge you, the associations, the union, let's save this country. Because the economic greed in this country has made people to forget about their wellness. I think we need to look at that.
Speaking during the event held in Mlolongo, Dr. Okeyo said One Health was the ultimate solution in addressing zoonotic ailments through the multi-sectoral approach.
We need a national task force, which is also expert committee, that will be multidisciplinary based, as has been delivered, and then we are also going to come up with a TOR for you, and at the same time they will develop now the multi-sectoral approach.
On his part, KNDI Council member Professor Gordon Guka decried the exclusion of nutritionists, dietitians and crop agronomists on the implementation of One Health strategy.
First and foremost, out of the entire deliberations, we came to a conclusion that One Health approach implementation in Kenya is actually domiciled in the Ministry of Agriculture. However, there is what we call a strategic plan that has been signed by both the Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Health.
Director of Preventive and Promotive Health Services in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Joseph Lenai, said the program will be appropriately managed and coordinated by the Ministry of Health with all the relevant stakeholders onboarded in the implementation of One Health strategy.
Exactly 15 minutes past the top of the hour, we are due for our first break. We'll circle back with plenty more, including the latest in the sporting arena. Stay with us.
Oya, umeupdate token mita yako? Ni free. Umesapota SMS kutoka Kenya Power? Sawa. Sasa ni kuweka code 1 kureset, alafu weka code 2 kuupdate. Karada mtozi kulipishe, usiachwe gizani nani. Update token mita yako leo. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na Kenya Power and Lighting Company.
Sasa hii ndio chai ya wazee. Hiyo pombe ni ya wazee. Wewe ni mzee?
Ai, dad, surely.
Well, hiyo ndio mila jen.
Mimi nikiwa huko tu nikiwapikia nyinyi mnakaa hapa mkijienjoy.
Nikimanage hapa nikuweke ka drink kisirisiri.
I will zip it.
Wewe bado uko hapa?
Unajua watu wanawekanga spices alafu mimi sitaki kupata asidi.
Yaani spices zinapatia acidity, lakini gasho hili kuteremsha. Sasa wazee, hapa ndio kwa mzee Jevedari. As for me and my house will serve the Joshua goja kwanza.
Wazee ni makatuni.
I'm a businessman. Kusha. Huyo ni mkora. Hey, nyinyi wazee.
Habari zenu?
Tulikuwa kwa katoto kadogo sana.
Siku hiyo ulikuwa rika moja na mama yako.
Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. To some security matters now, and security officials in Garissa have conducted friendly football matches with members of the public in a move aimed at building collaborations in fighting crime. The move follows rising crime rates in the past 1 month perpetrated by young people on motorbikes carrying knives, machetes, and in one of the cases, guns. Garissa County Commissioner Mohammed Mwabudzo, while presenting a trophy and in cash prizes to the winners and second runners-up, called on the youths to apply for the job opportunities sourced abroad by the government.
So when you get different people with different talent from different area, we produce the best. Sindio? So tunataka tudumishe amani ili hawa watu ambao askari wanatumwa nje wewe tuna train hapa.
Kusudi letu hasa kushirikiana na wadau hawa likuwa ni kuleta umoja miongoni mwa wakazi wa Garissa, hususan hasa vijana na maafisa walinda usalama. Nafikiri tumetimiza jukumu hilo. Ujumbe ni mmoja tu kwamba Garissa tunaweza kudumisha usalama. Na jukumu la kudumisha usalama ni letu sote.
Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano has pledged to collaborate with the county governments to diversify tourism in the country. Miano says she wants to bring athletes on board to market the country owing to their performance in the just concluded Paris Olympic Games. Miano, who visited Masai Mara National Reserve accompanied by Narrow Governor Patrick Ole Ntutu, also expressed confidence that Kenya will achieve a target of 3 million tourists this year.
Many times we have just been selling our bush and our beaches, but you can see many other things that we have because Kenya is endowed with many natural resources that can attract tourists. We want to promote other forms of tourism, the agritourism, medical, cultural, and many others. So I look forward to working with all the stakeholders, including counties.
We have seen a phenomenon that we have not seen for years. I remember I'm born here, but we have never seen the number of wildebeest increase like this year. We used to get about 1 million, 1.5, but this year alone, we got more than 3 million wildebeest, migrating from Tanzania to Kenya.
Over 300 farmers drawn from various villages in Gitwamba, Gatundu North have received training on beekeeping to better their livelihoods. Key areas of focus in the training include general beekeeping, honey bee biology and behavior, bee botany, beekeeping equipment, honey bee diseases, among others. Speaking during the graduation ceremony for over 60 trainers, Kiambu Deputy Governor Rosemary Kirika said the program is aimed at providing farmers with an alternative source of income. The farmers were urged to take advantage of the high demand of bee products in the market to make an extra coin. The program is set to be launched in other wards within Kiambu County.
Kwa vijana wenzangu ningewaeleza, apart from kuwa umeanjiliwa huko nje, ingilia hii ufugaji wa nyuki juu ni biashara na inalipa.
Unahitaji tu mapato kidogo ya kuweka beehive kwa shamba na within 6 months utaanza ku harvest,
and they are more ready to take care of their environment locally. We have agreed with them about pesticide usage and agreed on the spraying hours. Because of all the 9 products, the pesticide residue is the greatest enemy.
These activities are geared towards giving people an alternative, because we are telling them if you are not to be involved in alcohol and drug abuse, if you are not to be involved in using these substances, what else? What will keep you busy? How will you earn a living?
Elsewhere, the national government has initiated the construction of a dam in Kalama Ward, Machakos County. Over 300 villagers have been facing challenges of accessing the resource from distant locations. Machakos Town MP Caleb Mule said that the government had approved the construction of 5 dams in the constituency.
Dam itatake the entire area, the entire community. Itakuwa na 6 million liters, that is our target. 100 meters by 100 meters by 4 meters down. Itakuwa inaweza serve kama 400 homesteads around here.
hiyo ndio ilikuwa changamoto ile kubwa tulikuwa tunapata kuhusu hii mradi ya hii bawa, kwa maana ili mradi ya bawa kulikuwa maji tunaitumia kwa muda wa miezi 2-3 hivi, kisa basi maji yenyewe inaisha.
Now, Mandera County government has announced plans to install underground water systems in the coming weeks as part of a broader strategy to address water shortages across the country. Speaking in Banisa sub-county during the launch of the water expansion project, County Executive Committee in charge of water, Mohamud Eda, assured residents that once the work is complete, water distribution will be extended to the town centers to ensure enhanced access to clean water. Banisa sub-county, one of the towns that previously lacked access to clean water, is said to benefit significantly from this project.
Gawa tunahitaji bohol sana, lakini kwanza ile tunayo ndio tunatengenezewa. Hali ya maji pia itakuwa safi, kwa sababu tunaambiwa tunaweka maji kutoka damu inaletwa kwa tangi, inasafishwa, tunapata sisi piping, tunapata maji safi ambaye haina madhara yoyote.
Watu ya Banisa alikuwa shida yetu juu ya hii maji. Mgonjwa ya Banisa yote ni typhoid ambayo inatokanga kutoka maji ya damu. Sasa hali inaanza kubadilika, akijengwa hii miradi lazima ugonjwa hiyo itaisha, tunakunywa maji mzuri.
And there'll be other major projects in this town. Cumulatively, we do expect that in the next couple of months, this town is going to be having adequate access to clean water, so that the issue of depending only on this raw dam, the raw water of this dam, is eliminated, or it will be made a thing of the past.
And our police in Kayole are investigating an incident in which a man of the cloth is reported to have escaped with rent arrears. The pastor of the Church of Revolution of Jesus Christ in Kayole North Konambaya area is alleged to have demolished the structure that housed the church and made away with the iron sheets in the middle of the night. The landlord, Diana Maina, says the church owes her a total of 358,000 shillings, which includes the rent arrears and the cost of the structure that was demolished. She says attempts to report the pastor to the area chief over the rent arrears did not bear fruit. Police have since launched investigations to trace his whereabouts.
Kataa nazo, tumeenda paka kwa chief. Tukienda kwa chief, jana alikuja akabomoa tukiwa kwa chief. Walikuja wakiwa group moja, anatuzubaisha kwa chief, au wengine wanabomoa. Sasa jioni ndio tulijua kumebomolewa. Alikuwa akiniambia atalipa. Dakika ya mwisho tukaona atulipi, tukamuita kikao nyumbani. Akaongeleshwa akasema atalete, lakini dakika ya mwisho alitoroka.
To some sporting action now, and the team of Jiten Pabari, Amrish Patel, Ramesh Karia and Prashat Thakrar returned a combined score of 115 points to be named the overall team winners of the 15th leg of the KCB East Africa Golf Tour played at the Nyanza Golf Club. Griffins Owino, Joyce Osike, Tabitha Ojwang and Christine Riaro, who bagged the tour's overall crown last year, finished second with 111 points at the tournament that was graced by 130 top amateur golfers from around the country. Joyce Osike was on her best form, returning 41 Stableford points to be crowned the overall winner of the day. The next leg of the KCB East Africa Golf Tour will be held in Nanyuki on September 7th this year. Their La Liga campaign with hard-fought 2-1 win away to Valencia. In Series A, Inter Milan and AC Milan both played their respective matches to 2-2 draws against Genoa and Torino, respectively.
Barcelona began life under new boss Hansi Flick with a 2-1 win at Valencia in La Liga. Former Germany boss Flick's side were made to come from behind after Hugo Duro tapped in Diego Lopez cross past Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Robert Lewandowski connected with Lamine Yamal's drilled pass to level the score, and then the veteran striker converted from the penalty spot in the 49th minute after Rafinha was stripped inside the box.
That's great play.
Meanwhile, Inter Milan's Serie A title defense began unconvincingly with a 2-2 draw at Genoa as a last-gasp goal from Junior Messias secured a point for the hosts.
Aaron Martin, good delivery. It's off the bar and it's put in by Vogliacco. That is an early shock this season. Alessandro Vogliacco's first ever Serie A goal. Darmian, Barella in support. Cross comes in. Thuram! Brilliant! It's a gorgeous header. Taremi. Now Fratesi with a way through. Thuram! But the offside flag denies Inter for a second time in this second half. The goal's awarded near Messias. Sommer saves, but he can't keep out the rebounds. It is a goal for Genoa, and surely now it is a point as well. A dramatic first game of the Serie A season ends all square.
AC Milan's season began in a dramatic way as they battled from 2 goals behind to draw 2-2 with Torino at San Siro.
Lazaro, Ilic, Torino toying with Milan. Lazaro has got space to deliver. It's a lovely ball. It's a great goal to Van Zapata, the new skipper. Reinders. Musa goes the other way. Sazonov made the block. Reinders through the crowd and it's put in. Alvaro Morata. Musa with the cross. And there's the second. It's another substitute. Noah Okafor. Deep into the 5th minute of added time.
All right, that story puts a cap on what we had lined up for you this Sunday afternoon. Time for me to now exit and sit ground for the next program. We appreciate your valid company. This has been KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange. Baron Abuli has been our sign language interpreter. Good afternoon.
rangi yangu mimi alikuwa anaona tu hapa nikasema nitumie. Unaona nini? Hii ni mali yangu ya obisi unachezea.
Kaunti moja leo hapa nikusaidiaje?
Ulikuwa umeitisha chakula gani?
Ng'ombe. Ole matope. Wewe niache nitikucha. Wewe kucha bwana. Wamekucha. Korabu wangu. Yes. Wewe kimpi wacha nisikia wewe.
Sina robas. Wani akana ma.
Mali yake.
Kutungi.
Ayo basi dimete ndiumba in the way.
Roho yako inakuanga pande gani? Ni nini unafanya? Kanjo ni mpio.
Kama unataka nikuitie polisi endelea kusimama hapo.
After being forced to do all the medicine and the rest, but I ended up in the civil class. And right from the word go, I had settled my mind.
How was it for you? Because you can imagine the difference was staggering.
Even in the university, no one was coming to mentor us. We had to make networks. All the engineers, when they're having their conferences and the rest, they could come for us and invite us for their conferences and everything. And that's how I got exposure.